Good morning, BA Part 1 English Literature students. As I have already discussed Rabindranath Tagore's poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, so today I shall be discussing some of the important question answers which you expect in your exams. Again, giving you the brief introduction to the poem. The poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore and it is about how the poet wants his country to be. He has his dreams for his country because this poem was written much before India got its independence. He has a few dreams like education for his countrymen, which must be free to all. There must be no fight in the name of caste, creed, and he wishes for the communal harmony. So it is a prayer to God, which is written by the renowned poet and the Nobel Prize winner and a great educationist, Rabindranath Tagore. And he received the Nobel Prize for Literature, is the first non-European to receive Nobel Prize for his work Gitanjali, that is the year 1913. Now see, because discussing the lines of the poem, the first question is, what do the expression as the title, mind is without fear and head is held high, mean? So now the poet believes that no countryman of his should live in fear on his mind at all times. That means at present they are in the clutches of the British rulers, but when they get independence from the British rulers, it doesn't mean that they are physically and individually independent, but their minds must also be free from the fear of any type, like there should be no superstitious fear, etc., etc. So indeed they should hold their head up fearlessly and have confidence in themselves. Now, see the second question, if knowledge will not be free, what will be the impact? So, knowledge, he believes that knowledge has to be free. And that is why, Rabindranath Tagore believed in Indian values, and simultaneously he was very much influenced by the Western, Western ideas also. So he was the man who looked, he was very much bothered about the posterity and their development. That is why you find him a great, social reformer also. Now, knowledge has to be free, means even the poor, the poorest of the people, so who cannot afford, who cannot send their wards to private schools, and so they must also have free education as the government looks after. But he believed that if the poor people, they do not get the education, then there will be unrest in the society, there will be inequality. And what does inequality breed to? It breeds to all types of crimes in the society. So he believed in the society which was having a lot of compassion, love, and brotherhood, and that can only be achieved when knowledge is free to all. Now, there is a line that the world should not be broken up into fragments. So what breaks the world into fragments? Now this is very important. Now we are moving towards globalization, so that's a good thing, So the world is broken into fragments by the narrow domestic walls like caste system. So see the simile here, domestic walls. Now domestic wall, the metaphor is very, very remarkable in this poem, because these walls, they are not only created in our society, it is because of the different caste and people of different sects and people who belong to higher hierarchy, and there is difference between the people who belong to lower caste. So these types of divisions must not be there. But globalization is a good concept. We are not only, we are not only in contact with the people of we are in contact with the international zone also. So he wants here brotherhood. He begins from the roots. He wants families. There should be no rift between families. Brother should not fight with his brother. Okay, so this type of wall should not be there. So these types of fragments he doesn't want. He wants to see the country as a whole, and even he wants to see the world as a whole. So this is very important research topic also, which he could which you could relate to this poem. Okay, that connotation is there. Now I will discuss also the significance of the title of the poem, that is Where the Mind is Without Fear. So Where the Mind is Without Fear, the title of Tagore's poem, is merely the first line of the poem, but it is very important because it is the gist. Okay, so it refers to a place, a country where people, they are fearless and they are having a heaven of freedom that the poet dreams of, because he wants his countrymen to be free of superstition. He wants his countrymen to be full of knowledge. Okay, Tagore prays to God to lift his country to such a place where people would not only be courageous, fearless, but also knowledgeable, hardworking, and truthful. Now, fearlessness was the first condition that comes to the poet's mind while writing about his heaven of freedom. So the title is quite appropriate as it expresses what the poet wishes for. Students, there are many more other questions which I will be discussing tomorrow. So for today, I end this lecture here. But to tell you a few more things, that when you read the poem, you may be getting the idea it's a poem of only 11 lines. Okay, but you could write volumes on it, where the mind is without fear. It is not only about the poet wishing for his country, which is free from the slavery of the British rule, but the people also, they are free of the fear which they are holding in their minds. And this particular subject is quite appropriate even for our youngsters who are as today India is facing. So our youngsters are facing so many problems, what you say, psychological problems, and they are fearing their own mind. And why they are fearing this mind? Because there is so much of exposure to media, and our society, they feel it is full of dangers. And a girl, suppose you take an example of a young boy or a girl, so they cannot move lonesome on the road. So people fear, each and every type of fear is there. Even children, they cannot play in the grounds because they are being there is a danger that they could be kidnapped. So in a society, the people living in villages, they fear, they are having so many superstitions in their mind, because they don't do many works which are required because they fear, and they are having superstitious mind. So how will these how will the society be mended? How the psychological condition of the modern man be mended? So that is very important. So here we have to ponder on this particular poem. Okay, students, thank you for today, and tomorrow I shall continue with this lecture. Thanks for your patience.